Magic comprises John Lodge with fellow rock and roll legends Justin Hayward, Ray Thomas and the thundering backbeat of Graham Edge. Together nearly 3 decades, they've sold over 60 million albums spanning the psychedelic 60s to the nervous 90s. The tight collaboration it took to produce 17 albums almost caused the band to implode, but the Moody's hung in to do it all over again. Behind their endurance, a driving need for self-expression through the medium they mastered.
The magic of songwriting and the discovery about yourself and what it reveals and the feelings that it gives to you is so wonderful that that's the one area of my life that I still find challenging.
The son of British school teachers must have driven his career guidance counsellor nuts. Justin never considered any other future. While other kids were declining French verbs, he was practicing riffs.
I had a guitar when I was 9 and formed a group when I was 10 and was playing enough at school even to be able to afford a nice Gibson guitar. And then I turned professional, became a professional musician when I was 16. And I used to just send my songs, like a lot of kids still do today, send my songs to people all over the place in the hope that somebody will hear them.
In 1966, somebody did hear his tape. A fledgling London band with the bizarre notion that rock and roll could be more than just 4 chords and repetitive lyrics.
Joined the Moody's at 19, wrote Nights in White Satin a few weeks later, and then my life completely changed.
Nights in White Satin.
Their mega hit was the stuff of 60s pipe dreams.
As we moved towards recording an album called Days of Future Past, and as our style kind of changed into developing what was a reflection of our own personalities, the 5 of us, it was a very, very powerful combination.
That debut album floated atop the charts for more than 100 weeks in 1967, as their ethereal mind music became the anthem of an era. But Nervous record execs turned down its mega-hit single for stateside release.
In the rest of the world, they released Nights in White Satin, and it did very well. In America, the comment from the record company was that well, you know, it's a bit 4.5 minutes long and you can't dance to it. So they released a song called Tuesday Afternoon.
Tuesday afternoon.
5 more albums came in the next 4 years, containing whimsical, wonderful reflections on life and love. But touring and recording together had begun to take a toll by 1972. As John Lodge recalls, the boys in the band had simply become stir-crazy.
We'd gone from 5 to about 60 people in the entourage. And we'd got to know each other so well that our conversations were like numbers. We'd just say, number 1, and everybody know what you meant. And I think as soon as that happens, that little spark goes. And it then is time to reevaluate, and that's what we did.
During the musical years spanning pre-punk to retro rock, they focused on living normal lives. Justin and wife Marie dug in at their mansion located southwest of London, 2 miles from where he met the other Moody's for the first time.
Like a lot of coach houses from really the 18th century, it has that spire and the tower on the top. The whole of the ground floor of the house was originally stables for horses, and the house itself is an old converted coach house. It's got all sorts of nooks and crannies and unusual sort of twists and turns. Across the top it has a kind of gallery that you can walk from one part of the house to another, and which I love very much. And sometimes I remember when we used to have a lot of people staying here in the 70s. I could still go to bed and up my one end of the house and see what was still happening in this huge lounge there and still be a part of it. My pride and joy in the lounge is the Steinway that I've got there. It's a mahogany Steinway. It actually came from the Decca Studios where we used to record. It's a very warm, comfortable house, and there's no kind of spookiness about this place, and it's got so many just wonderful memories.
And ample reminders that Moody magic had just been put on hold.
This room is a special feeling for me, the music room, and it's a vibe room. So many things have been done in this house and in this room.
The Moodys worked independently on their own music. Though each had earned more millions than they could ever spend, something else drove them to reunite in 1986. Something beyond their fans' wildest dreams. Their evolution came full circle with a 1992 mega concert with the Colorado Symphony. Former hipsters openly smirked as the Moodys blew away the MTV crowd wearing bell-bottoms and tie-dyes. Classics do indeed transcend time.
There's so much demand and so many calls from people from all over the place wanting to have that show in their particular town with their own orchestra. So that's exactly what we've been doing now for nearly 3 years. Just touring with a different orchestra every night, all over America and Canada, and here in Great Britain too, and in Europe. It's been absolutely fantastic.
The success of their synthesized orchestral sound prompted the band to release a 5-CD set, appropriately entitled Time Traveler.
It makes you realize just how time has passed and how we've evolved as people. When I look at the pictures in Time Traveler of us when we were sort of 19, 20 years old, and of course, you know, we're definitely not thinking about what's going to be happening in 30 years. Our ambition right now is to continue doing exactly what we're doing, and I think we appreciate it more now.
To me, it's more the way you really mean it when you tell me what will be.
The Moody Blues. Pure magic!